Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 24, where today we're going to conclude this 10-game road trip, starting off with 4 at the legendary Fenway Park as the Athletics sit at 18-29 facing the 20-28 Boston Red Sox. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content, as the Red Sox are going to send out Cutter Crawford on the mound. He's made 5 starts this season. He's been pretty good, as we will start off with our leadoff man, Gio Urshela, who will swing and miss on the first pitch of the day. Next up is the rookie Robbie Martin, who gets a hold of a slider, hits this one well into left, and it's going to go off of the monster. An effort out there by Reyes, but he can't get to it, and that's going to be a one-out double for the rookie shortstop, number 4 overall pick just last year from the University of Georgia. Ryan Noda up next gets a hold of a slider up high and hits this one deep to the left. And this one is clearing the green monster for a home run. A 2-run homer from Ryan Noda as he hits his 9th home run of the season. 8th of the season. And the Athletics currently jump out to a 2-0 lead with 1 down here in the first. Hot start for the Bats. Brent Rooker up next, 1-2, and he will look at strike 3. Changeup clips the edge. I'm going to bring up Tyler Soderstrom. He's been our best offensive hitter today, and he gets a hold of a fastball this season, actually, and it's going to fly out to right. But we get 2 in the top of the first as it turned over to Jose Butto, who gets the start on the mound. Acquired last year at the deadline. It was a bad year for him last year with the A's, but he's really stepped up in his past few starts with the club, and proving that that trade was not a bust for the Athletics. Jaron Duran will lead off for the Red Sox. He'll swing and miss at a 96 fastball. That brings up Reyes up next, full count pitch, and doesn't get the call. Thought it clipped the outside part of the plate. Apparently not, as that's the first walk of the day. And then Tristan Casas will single into left. Runner on first will move all the way to third, and quickly it's on the corners for the Red Sox. Trying to answer. Here's Vaughn Grisham with a chopper over to short. Slow roller. Martin hesitates, goes to first, just gets the sure out. It allows the run to score, but I do think that's the right play. 2-1 now in favor of the Athletics as Connor Joe will hit this one to center where Ruiz will track it down. We'll go bottom 4 now where we're up by 1, but not for much longer. Wilyer Abreu goes straight dead center. One of the deepest parts of the ballpark, but he hits a solo shot as we're tied up at 2 apiece. Abreu's 2nd of the season goes .423 to straightaway center field. Unfortunate turn of events there for Butto, who's having a pretty decent start since the first inning. As he'll stay in to try to finish the 4th here, Kyle Teal will draw a walk with 2 down, so the inning will stay alive. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter Trevor Story, who singled back in the 2nd. Story's not getting everyday starts for the Red Sox. I'm not sure why. He had a Gold Glove season last year, and he's playing pretty good. He's got a full count pitch. He rips this one right, and he gets down for a base hit, so Story's 2 for 2 on the day, and it turns it over to the top of the lineup. Red Sox want more runs. Duran, though, will chop it over to Geloff, who makes the charge, and he will throw him out at first base in the 4th. And that'll actually do it for Butto. He only goes 4 innings. And we're going to bring in Craig Kimbrell, a 3-time reliever of the year, who has plenty of experience here in Fenway Park, trying to go up and get a 1-2-3 inning against his former team, as he'll start Pablo Reyes by popping out to center. Tristan Casas now up next. He's going to pull this on the right towards the pesky pole, but Rook here will get to it easily. 2 down now for Vaughn Grisham, who chops this one up the middle. Here comes a charging Martin, who tries to make the play, and it's going to be a close play, but the Red Sox will get the safe call. Nice effort, though, by Martin, as Connor Joe will step into the plate, the former Pittsburgh Pirate, with an 0-for-2 day. 2-2, and he swings at a curveball in the dirt. Group pitch from Kimbrell, and that'll end the 5th. Top 6 back with Robbie Martin at the dish as we look at the Oakland offense, just the Athletics offense, as Robbie Martin will single into right. Brings up Noda with a 2-run shot back in the first. He pulls this one well into right. This one has a chance, and it's going to bounce in front of the short wall for a ground rule double. It's actually fortunate for the Red Sox that doesn't bounce over the fence. I think Martin scores from first. He'll have to hold up at 3rd instead. There's 2 runners in scoring position for Brent Rooker. He's hit a little bit better against righties this season, surprisingly enough, but it's not going to matter here as he pops out over to 3rd base, where Anderson will make the glove catch. 1 down now for Tyler Soderstrom. 1-1 pitch. He gets a fastball. He gets jammed a little bit, but hits it out to left. And this one's got some carry. It's going to go off the wall. All the runners are going. That's going to score 2 off the double from Soderstrom, who continues to have a sensational season at the plate. He gives the Athletics a 4-2 lead, and that'll do it for Cutter Crawford. They'll bring in the righty Josh Winkowski, who was actually an all-star a season ago, and he's putting up similar numbers this year. Trying to strand the runner on second, he gets Ruiz to pop up, one of our better clutch hitters on the team in all of baseball, actually. That's the second out. This brings up Zach Geloff up next. First pitch perfectly times it into left for a base hit. The runner will be sent home. It's going to be a close play at the plate, but Soderstrom is in time. Aggressive base runner pays off. It's now 5-2 A's. As Langoliers will then sharply hit one to first, and that'll end the inning. But a 3-run lead for the Athletics, so they'll turn over to Zach Jackson, who we know has not had a good season. But he's got a 3-run cushion, so hopefully he can get through the 6th. As he gets the first batter to fly out to Brown. How about Antonio Anderson? Full count pitch. He rips this one high and deep to center field, the deepest part of the park, and Ruiz will track it down. Man, if that's hit anywhere else, that's probably a home run. Set is 2 down, and Kyle Teal will then pop it back to Ruiz, and Jackson does get a 1-2-3 inning here in the 6th. We'll go into the 8th now, where Kendall Graveman will come in relief for the Red Sox, former Houston Astros relievers. Had a very solid season. And first batter he faces will be Rooker, who chops it back to Graveman, and he'll make the play for the first out. We'll bring up Soderstrom up next, as he will swing at the first pitch and crush it to right field, and that is going to clear the wall. A solo shot for Tyler Soderstrom. Again, swinging a very hot bat. He hits his team-leading 11th home run of the season, as they get one more on the Red Sox here, extend their lead now 6-2. Ruiz up next, 1-1, gets a changeup inside, puts it into left center, and that's going to get down. Ruiz with some speed is on first base now, as that'll bring up Zach Geloff. 2-2 pitch, and he swings through a nasty knuckle curve. Nice pitch there from Graveman. So now 2 down for Shea, who's hitless on the day, but he's going to stay that way. That rhymed as he grounds out too short. We'll go into the 8th now. Mason Miller will come in relief for the Athletics. Yes, we got 2 scoreless innings from Zach Jackson. It's a miracle here in Boston. As Miller will just hopefully be asked to eat some innings and get us to the end, considering it's not a save situation, as he gets Tristan Casas to swing and miss. Vaughn Grisham up next. 1 for 3 day for him. And he's going to poke this one to left, and Brown will just get to it. Nice extension there. 2 down now. Connor Joe, also hitless on the day, grounds over to Geloff, and Mason Miller goes 1-2-3 here in the 8th. We'll go top 9. The Red Sox will bring in Hobie Milner, the former Brewer, who's actually acquired back in April of this year. Not a good season for the lefty, but he's got a lefty at the plate, and he strikes out Seth Brown to begin his day. Go to the top of the lineup, where Gio Urshela, a righty, will hit this one to center, and he'll do what he does best, and that's poke one for a base hit. However, it's an effort by Duran that comes up short, and Gio's actually going to be able to extend this. He's going to try for 3, and he will get it. A 1-out triple for Gio Urshela. As you can see, he was on his high horse, his 2nd of the season. That'll bring up Robbie Martin, the infield playing in, and that's why. Shot right to first, and now a base hit is needed to score Urshela. It'll be Ryan Noda who pulls one to right, and it is fair and bounces over the short wall. Second ground rule double of the day. It's now 7-2 Athletics, but Rooker wants a couple more. If this one's fair, it's gone, and it is fair. 2-run homer for Brent Rooker, and the Athletics have exploded to go 9-2 up on the Red Sox. 7th home run of the season for Rooker down the right field line. Got the pitch he wanted. And it's now 7 runs in favor of the Athletics. The Red Sox will bring in 2-time reliever of the year and former Athletic Liam Hendricks to try to get the final out of the inning. He's got a 3-1 pitch, and it's Tyler Soderstrom. He's already 2 for 4 on the day. And Soderstrom will just chop it over to third. And that will end the 9th. And with 7 runs up, that'll end this game. The Athletics statement win here in Game 1, 9-2. A good overall effort from both sides of the team. The offense came alive late. They got off to a hot start. Middle innings were kind of hit or miss, but you'll get 9 runs. Butto pitched well, even though he gave up 2 earned and 4. I will take it, because the bullpen was lights out after that. Craig Kimbrell gets the win. Cutter Crawford the loss as we take Game 1. And Ryan Noda is your player of the day. A 3 for 5 day, including the 2-run homer that got us out early in the first. We win the second game as well, 4-2. Geloff and Soderstrom both hit 2-run homers. Geloff's 5th and Soderstrom's 12th of the season. And then in Game 3, before we get there, there's a trade to go around. The Twins acquire Zach Bean for a couple of prospects from the Rockies. Not sure what Colorado is doing. They're obviously rebuilding, and I think Zach Bean is a guy you want to keep on that rebuilding roster. Instead, he's traded to Minnesota, where he will stay in AAA for now. Then we get into Game 3, and we win that one 6-1. So we take the first 3 of this 4-game set. Kyle Freeland, 7 innings, no earned runs. Really good start from Freeland. And then how about the 4-game sweep? We beat the Red Sox in Game 4 7-5. Soderstrom goes deep again. And we are now 22-29. And we have been on a pretty good road stretch. It will end, though, in Philly against our former city rivals in the Philadelphia Phillies. And this is a good Philly squad. They sit 31-17, leading the NL East. So this is going to be a little bit better. But we're playing some great baseball. 6 wins in our past 7 games. Trying to continue that here at Citizens Bank Park. On the mound for the Phillies will be Frankie Montas, another former Athletic who spent 2017-22 with its team. Spent last year with the Reds. As he will begin the day against Gio Urshela, who's gotten his average up over 300 in the series against the Red Sox. And he'll begin the first pitch of the day, taking a splitter in the center, where it will be tracked down and caught. We'll take a look at the Athletics lineup today. Usual starters, nobody's getting the day off. We'll see Martin in the 2 spot, followed by Noda at first, Brooker at right field, Soderstrom at DH, Esturio Ruiz in the 6th spot, whose average has gone down to 249. He was hitting up in the 290s earlier. Zach Geloff at 7th, Shea Langeliers at 8, and then Seth Brown in the 9 hole. Here's Robbie Martin, who will swing through an 0-2 slider to strike out. And then that brings up Noda, who had the big series, and he also strikes out. So a good 1-3 inning for Frankie Montas. On the mound for the Athletics will be J.P. Sears, who got off to a good start this season, but in the last episode we saw in his last start against the Tigers, not so good. Looking to bounce back here against the Phillies, a tough ball club to bounce back against. But he gets the first pitch from Turner to ground out to short. And we'll take a look at this Phillies lineup. Very good offensive players all around. We'll see Rojas up next, followed by the 2-time NL MVP, Bryce Harper, in the 3 spot. Castellanos in right field, Alec Boehm at third base, Edmundo Sosa is the DH, Schneider in left, Stott at second, Real Muto behind the plate. This is a very good hitting offense and a very speedy offense at that, second in the NL in stolen bases. Rojas will go down swinging, and then Bryce Harper will chop one over to third. That'll be played by Urshela in a 1-2-3 inning from J.P. Sears. We'll stay with him bottom 2 here, as with one away, he plunks Boehm, even though I thought Boehm went around. Apparently that's not the case, so he'll be given first base, where the next batter, Edmundo Sosa, will crank one to deep left field. Brown's going to give it an effort, and he can't get high enough to get over the wall. A 2-run homer for Edmundo Sosa cracks the scoring today, his 3rd of the season, as he takes it into left field. And it'll be the Philadelphia Phillies on the board first, as J.P. Sears gives up another early couple of runs. Now 2 down in the second. Here's Bryson Stott later in the inning, and he's going to rip one into the right center gap, one hop off the wall. Rooker will get to it, and he'll keep the speedy Stott at second base. That's going to be a 2-out double for the Phillies, his 8th of the season. That'll bring up JT Realmuto next, and he's also going to drive one to left field, and this one's also going to clear the wall. Another 2-run home run here for the Philadelphia Phillies in the second inning. It's Realmuto's 10th home run of the season. The longtime veteran puts the Phils up 4-0 here in the second inning. We go bottom 3 now. Johan Rojas leading off for the Phils, and Sears walks him. Still struggling in this game, as here's Bryce Harper up next, who gets one a lift out to left. He'll be caught by Brown. 1 down, Castellanos up next. He rips it up the middle into center. Ruiz will get to it, but the speedy man on first is going to come all the way around. The throw is a little offline, and it's going to result in an RBI single. I think if Martin hits the throw there, it's an out, but instead an RBI single for Castellanos. Boehm will then strike out on the next at-bat, then Sosa will not strike out. He's going to put this one into the right center gap. Sears continues to get hit hard in this game. Castellanos from first is going to round third, and he is going to score at the plate. 6-0 Phillies here in the 3rd inning. Another not good start here from Sears. He does get Schneider to then strike out on the low changeup, but it's 6-0 Phillies. And we go bottom 4, 1 down. Sears actually gets hurt on this pitch, so he'll come out of the game. It will be a minor injury, just some tightness in his shoulder. that's an injury or if that's an excuse, who knows. But nonetheless, Hogan Harris will be called upon cold turkey to strand this one runner on first. Nobody down, but he does finish the at-bat on Real Muto with a strikeout. I'll take us to the top of the lineup in the two-time Silver Slugger, Trey Turner at the dish. Hitless so far today, as there's a runner trying to go for second, and Langoliers guns him down. Great throw by Shea, as it's now 2 down for the Phils. And later in the at-bat, Trey Turner's going to lift one to left center with some carry, and it's going to scrape over the wall. A solo shot for the Phillies. They probably, in hindsight, would have not taken second base. But instead, it's a solo home run. 5th homer of the season for Trey Turner. The balls continue to fly out of Citizens Bank Park. 7-0 Phillies here in the 4th. Rojas up next, 2 down. He hits this one high and deep into center. It will be caught, but the damage has been done. How about bottom 5? Bryce Harper, he wants to get in on the action. Crushes a fastball to right center and out of here. 8-0 Phillies. 4 home runs already in this game for the Fightin' Phils. Bryce Harper's 10th home run of the season, as the home run champ back in 2015. Already in double digits this season. It's turned into a blowout here in Philadelphia. 8-0 in favor of the home fans. So obviously our offense has not done anything up to this point. We're actually 1 hit into the 6th inning, where Brown will get the second hit of the day. A shot down the left field line, as he's going to take 2. And hopefully we can get a little bit of spark here. Takes us to the top of the lineup, Gio Urshela, who's been a lot better at home this season, but you can see the splits. A very good hitter. Good pickup this offseason from Detroit on a 1-year contract. He's got the runner on second. He hits this one down the left field line and fair. Brown, he'll round third. He'll be sent home. There will be no play, and it's an RBI single for Urshela. He gets the A's at least on the board. Next up, Robbie Martin, high splitter. He rips this one to left, and it's going to be fair. Urshela wasn't going because he wasn't sure if it was going to be caught or not, so he will just get to third. But that's a double for Martin. 2 on in scoring position now. And the A's bat's starting to try to come alive. Might be a little too late, but we'll take any offense and get some runs scored. As here's Noda grounding this one over to first. Harper will make the play. And nobody went home on that play, surprisingly enough. Runner stayed. I thought it should be 8-2. And then Rooker, though, will ground this over to short. Runners will now go, and now it's 8-2. There's the sacrifice that I thought Noda would have got. 2 down now for Soderstrom. He gets a fastball into left. That will be caught. But we get 2 across. It's now a 6-run deficit. As we'll go into the next inning, where Dakota Hudson will come in relief for the Phillies. Former Colorado Rocky acquired in spring training for a pair of relief prospects, as he will be tasked with getting through the 6, 7, 8 hitters, and he'll get Ruiz to strike out. Zach Geloff up next, 2-1. He perfectly times a pitch into right field, but it's right at Castellanos. That's unfortunate. This is now 2 down for Shea, who can't pull the trigger, and he's unhappy about it. I mean, you got nobody to be unhappy with except yourself, as that's a 1-2-3 inning for Hudson. Then we'll bring in Craig Kimbrell. Another chance to get an inning against his former team, as he spent some time here in Philadelphia. And the first batter he faces is Bryce Harper, trying to hit his second home run of the day. It's at the wall, but it's caught by Brown. Just enough real estate in left field. Castellanos up next. He pops up a fastball into left. This time Brown charging in, as he's definitely getting his miles in this half inning. 2 down now for Alec Boehm, and he rips this one into the left center gap. Brown will not be able to track this one down in the air. He will cut it off before it gets to the wall. That's a 2-out double for the third baseman, Alec Boehm. And is on the season now, is now his 11th. Trying to get another run are the Phillies. Here's Sosa, who chops this one over to Geloff, but he will make the play. And Kimbrell will get through the 7th without giving up a run. Top 8 now with the A's offense. Here's Brown back up the dish, and he's going to rip this one just fair. Second hit of the day for Seth Brown. It's also going to be his second double, as he'll coast in with a 2-bagger. Again, beginning the inning with nobody down, a good chance for the top of the lineup. It's Gio at the dish again. He rips this one over to first, and it's not caught. Good effort by Harper, but that effort will only keep Brown at third. He wasn't sure if he should go yet. So runners on the corners, nobody out. Robbie Martin at the dish, and he gets a slider. Good hits at the left. That should be deep enough to tag. This will actually be a close play at the plate, and Brown just gets in there. Great efforts out there by Schneider in left, but it's another run for the A's. Next up, Noda will chop this one over to second. He goes to shorts, and that'll be it. A fielder's choice, as Noda beats the throw to first. That's 2 down now for Rooker as he pops up a slider into right center. And that one should end the inning, but the A's get another one back. Only a 5-run deficit now. Zach Jackson tasked with the next half inning. He's getting that ERA all the way down to 7.20 now. He's got 1 down as Stott will then pop up into center as Ruiz will get underneath that one. Easy second out. Real Muto now at the dish, and he swings through a changeup. Good inning by Zach Jackson. Maybe he's turning the corner. We'll go into the 9th as Andrew Bellotti will come in relief for the Phillies. Not a save situation, so he's tasked with just shutting the door. His first batter is Soderstrom, who hits this one well into left field. Slicing foul, but not slicing enough for Davis Schneider. Former Blue Jay with a nice outfield play. And then Ruiz strikes out. So we're down to our final out in the form of Zach Geloff. 0 for 3 on the day, lined out in his last at bat. Our all-star from a year ago, trying to keep the game alive. 2-1 pitch, ripped over to third, gloved over there by Bohm. And that'll end the game. Phillies win this one by a final score of 8-3. Obviously, Philly's a lot different than the Red Sox that we just played. This is a very talented Philadelphia team leading the NL East. The at-bats just took a little bit too late to get alive, and J.P. Sears again, another rough outing. That's back-to-back tough starts for him. Hopefully he can turn it back around because he started the season really well for us. But we dropped game 1 of this 3-game set against our former city rivals as Souza gets player of the game for the Phillies thanks to his earned runs batted in. Game 2, we do win 6-2 though, so we bounce back in this one. Butto only goes 4 innings again, but he only allows 1 earned. His stamina is on the smaller side, so I'm not sure if he can actually go deeper into games. We lose the 3rd one though, 3-1. Brown goes deep, and Freeland, not as good of a start. But hey, on the road 10-game trip, we go 7-3. That's pretty good. That's really good for the Athletics. Next episode, we'll return home for 7 games, 4 against the Rangers and 3 against the Astros. So 2 tough teams here in the division. So a chance to try to build some more momentum, but it's not going to be easy. So we're sitting now 23-31 on the season and trying to do a little bit better than we did last year. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.